Genesis was dancing to foxtrot. I was listening to Mott, playing all the young dudes, a whole bloody lot.
All the young dudes carry the news.
Yes, I did the roundabout on my way to Woodstock. Found some love in the day, listening to the Who rock. Shot my pistol during sex, while the Stones played Love in Vain to my ex. Loved The Cure, hoping boys didn't cry. Listened to Norah Jones, I don't know why. Followed Aladdin, even if he was insane. And a nod is as good as a wink to Dylan's Hurricane. Was it 25 or 6 to 4 when all the clocks froze? Who'll ever stop the rain? God only knows.
God only knows what I would be without you.
I confess to being teased by Taylor, Head, and Billy. Dark and manicured, yet somewhat silly. But talent is talent, no matter how the dice tumbled. Eating American pie before being humbled. Will you be grateful to be dead, or happy to be flying in a Zeppelin made of lead? Was it just a rider in a storm, while the doors blew open for Jim to perform?
Add to stage. Let me blow myself up. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 79th edition of the Community Pulse. We're in for another fantastic show. Our featured artist tonight is Ed Pettit. Met Ed not long ago through our good friend D. Lynn. And our featured co-host tonight is Folk Punk. And that was handpicked by Ed himself. So really excited to get to know Ed a little bit more and to share his brilliant talents. All right, the show opener was In a Storm, and that was a Canadian, Michael, a.k.a. Zealand. I told JJ I wasn't doing the bell anymore, and he got mad. All right, and what a brilliant and creative way to put all these bands and all some of their lyrics from all these classic rock artists. I think I recognized every one of them. I think it'd be really cool if Michael posts, can anybody absolutely name every song and every title in that song? Yeah, JJ's nodding backstage. We'll talk about it. It's fascinating what he's created here. All right, so at the beginning of the show, the notable music streaming channels. There's so many out there in our YouTube communities, but these are the ones for the most part that either directly or indirectly we've come into these communities. So I really like to shout them out. I wish I could have everybody on at the beginning, but I can't. But they will be shouted out throughout the show. So we started off with Jade Starr live interviews every Thursday at 6 p.m. Jade does an amazing job with interviews. Unlike what we do, Jade's is a little bit more organized and direct. And she's just been doing this for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years now. Jade is one of the OGs of these communities as well. And then we got Mr. Metalhead Hippie. Jeff was streaming for about 5-6 years. He's taken some time off, but you will still see him pop up with random hangouts and a lot of videos of him cruising throughout Alaska in and around his area. We won't dox him exactly where he's from, but some pretty good sights. And if you want to catch a moose, that's where you're going to see one live. All right, and you might even catch Jeff kissing it too. All right, Chad Freeman Ham Sunday on Sunday. We're not, Chad's taking some time off, but I'm still shouting him out. I don't think it's necessary to put up a link, but Chad is another great streamer who supports a lot of unsigned indie artists, and we'll make sure we let you know when he's back up and running. Francis and Ian with the replay. Two fantastic individuals, popular in these communities. As a matter of fact, I think the replay was on before any of these shows started. But Francis and Ian has definitely had a big part in setting up a lot of these streams and everybody streaming and whatnot. Two amazing individuals I lean to for any questions, especially Francis, and he's always there to answer. We have Thomas Christ, You Rock, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. This is probably, I'm going to say, can't lie, but it's probably one of my favorite streams. Thomas is celebrating his 4th year and 200th, did I say that right? 200th stream on Wednesday night. I am gonna actually premiere a song that's gonna be in the new album, which will be released in 2026, although I still have 3 videos to make for the last album. This is gonna be a sneak preview, and it'll be unlisted, exclusive to Thomas Christ. So Wednesday at 7 p.m. Hope to see you all there. And if you haven't submitted a song, Ed, please feel free to submit. All you have to do is fill the form and hit submit. It's that easy. Pete Johns every Sunday at 7 p.m., known as the gateway to these communities. Every Sunday at 7 p.m., Your Music Live. Pete will be playing your song. Actually, Pete's the gateway I came in through into this community, and for folk punk, I know it was Metalhead Hippie. So these, please, it's the same deal with Pete Johns. All you have to do is fill out the form, follow the link, fill out the form, hit submit, and your music will be played. And I'm sure many of you out there are already doing so. But there's many that are watching, will watch on replay. I know that for sure because I see the comments. Please, please, please submit your music. Let's get it out there. I can, yeah. And then we have Laurie's Mishmosh. My favorite, everybody's favorite. Everybody claims that she's their favorite. She's just got something about her that's so magnetizing. Her personality, her spirit, everything she does. We were talking backstage. If you want to have fun doing a collab, that's the place to do it. You just reach out to Laurie. She definitely makes me get out of my element. And yeah, so please go check out Laurie every Friday night. She has a show called the Friday Night Hang. It's at midnight, and you'll have a lot of fun. All right, and then yeah, so I think at this stage we're gonna play before we bring out the birthday boy, which is folk punk. In case you haven't seen my Facebook and other people's posts, today is JJ, better known as Folk Punk, his birthday, and it's a big one. We'll let him talk about it. And yeah, so let's start off because I know Gary is very busy with his children. And I don't know, man. I could go on forever talking about Gary Hubbs. He's got a huge heart, one of the kindest gentlemen you'll meet in these communities. I know my wife picked up on it right away. Gary Hubbs is, he puts on his YouTube channel, just a guy with a guitar and a loud voice, rock and metal. Please, 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 I hope you enjoy this montage that we created for him. Please, please, please go over to his channel and offer up some support. Check out his show every Friday Eastern time. It's at 2, I guess I gotta say, sorry, Friday Pacific time. It's at, wow, listen, look at me with math, 11 p.m. Pacific time and 2 a.m. Eastern time, Saturday morning. So please, please, please go check out the Parking Lot Warrior. This week is a special show for him. I love his thumbnail sitting there with a suit jacket. He's known as he was tagged the Parking Lot Warrior by Kurt Kasprick. Rest in peace, Kurt. You'll never be forgotten, especially not in Gary's stream. This week is the 100th episode. And it's going to be fantastic, as they all are. Gary Hubbs is also one of the founders of our band, Ninth Gate, which consists of myself, obviously Gary Hubbs, Hetriani, and Mr. Smith on drums, something I'm really proud to be a part of. Gary's involved in many community collaborations, most notable with Hetriani, Laurie's Mishmosh, of course, Jack Flash, and many, many more. We can throw in Hugh, we can throw in JDL. Gary Hubbs is just an amazing, well-loved, well-respected individual. And let's have a listen to this montage that we created for him.
trio. You no longer empathize with the blood of your fellow man. Get a blackness has in common with the clan stigmatized. Goodbye. You try to see me. You lie completely. You ain't gonna break me. This place is full. Can't resist this pull. I see red. I'm a fool. Get to it. Get the pit.
All right, I got you, Laurie. Let me get up here. All right, I'm going to stop for one quick second because I just got to do something here backstage because I am known to be a knucklehead. Just ask DJ and JJ. The other day I left something in my drafts. I do this at least 3 or 4 times a week. All right, I forgot to post a link for the featured artist, which I'm going to do now, and that means I go into the show. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. Oops, I guess I got to turn this guy down. That's me. All right, can somebody post that? Give me the link to... There it is. Thank you. Pin. Voila. Merci. All right. Yes. After talking so much about Mr. Hubbs, I forgot to mention that. And thank you, Laurie. When I saw her backstage, I knew I did something wrong. So, yes, the feature channel will be pinned at the top of the chat throughout the duration of the show. Please, please, please go offer up some support. And why am I getting feedback now? And, well, okay. And back to the show. And I'm going to bring on our featured co-host and birthday boy, Folk Punk.
Hey, everybody. Oh my God. I had to. No, that's fine. That's fine. I had to actually tie down my headphones there for the featured channel.
I saw
so
you.
I didn't lose them
back there, bro.
And I also, on Laurie's perception, I changed my prop for our featured artist from the WFUV hat to, despite what Bucky Dent did to ruin my teenage hope for justice in the world, I am for Ed's background. Anyways, thank you so much from the pit of my heart, the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for all of the love and the well wishes today on my birthday. Honestly, I have to really give the honor to my mom and my dad. You know, my mom was 19 when I was born, and my dad was 21. And looking at a picture today of when I was maybe a month old and them together, wow, they look so young, so young.
That was
So
a beautiful picture.
yeah, it to me, I just look at it like, oh my God, this. I mean, I know what it was like, and they were younger than I was, and wow, wow. So yeah, all honor to mom and dad. Um, Michael's opening track there, that was perfect. That was like, made for those of us who are in our 60s, eh? With all of those tracks and artists.
It's perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And like you always do, what you do best is all of a sudden you just take it in a different direction. It's still about you. And tell us what happened to you this morning. I thought it was the most beautiful gift you could get.
Where
Seamus.
Oh, my son, yeah, my son Seamus found a mono version of the debut album from the Grateful Dead. Basically, it's called the Grateful Dead, but it's a vintage copy, and it's mono. So I mean that shows it's from back then. I actually haven't taken it out and put it on the turntable, so even if it's not playable, being almost 60 years old, it's still a beautiful collector's item. So yeah, that was wonderful. He left it yesterday. I was out mowing. I came home and there was a little note on the table with it and a 2 liter of Coca-Cola.
That's beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
and I, man, I'm terrible at keeping secrets, but I am going to keep this one. But it's ironic because the gift that you have coming to you, which I thought came in today, especially when you came backstage a little late, I thought, all right, he's gone to get this.
Unless it's sitting on the step right now.
It's no, I checked up until today. It's just ironic. Obviously, I haven't spoken with Seamus, and there's similarities between the gifts, and I just can't wait till you get it. I'm sure you'll have
cool.
it.
People know who I am.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So happy birthday, brother! And
Well,
I
thank you.
appreciate
Thank you so much. Thank you.
everything you do for me on a personal level, from my family, the respect for Clea and Anthony and Antonia and Shauna. You're an amazing person, brother.
Like many of us have said, we have as much, if not more, contact with each other than we do of, in real life family, our family here, So yeah, we're family.
For me personally, it's either you, DJ, Laurie, Gary,
Yep.
Triani.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. All
And
right.
today we get to, even have that family expand more as we get to meet someone new.
Yeah, in the last few weeks, starting with Catherine and Ed now
Johnny,
and
yeah.
Johnny, and it's with D. Lynn introducing us to so many beautiful artists. Let's get on that right away. But before we do, as we do every week, the featured co-host gets to select a song of their choice. You can explain why you chose this song. I know why you chose it because you love it, but how this came about.
So I was sharing songs that I did in collab when I would co-host. This isn't about us. This is about everyone else, but a collab with everybody else that worked. Well, I've run out of those and I don't like to repeat stuff. So rather than doing any of my own solo stuff, I have a playlist I put together when I first came into the community 3 years ago.
Sorry, that was the comment.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. That's a compliment and an honor. So yeah, I was making this playlist Mr. Smith had done something. I saw he had a playlist together at the end of one of his videos that he was putting in something like artists you'd never heard of or something. So I have this one called Cool Artists, and every time I'd meet some artist that I'd hear something that really touched me, I would just throw it in the playlist. So because I've used up all my collabs, I need to have something for a co-host track, I'm pulling from the cool artist track. And this week we have one of the first songs that I heard that I was like, oh my God, this is like professional sounding. You know, I was probably in the first 2 or 3 shows that I had ever heard. And it's one that was a collab, and it's posted on a channel that, you know, not a lot of people have probably gone to. So I don't even know if people might have watched this song in a while, like maybe in 3 years, I think it was when it came out. So that's why I picked this. And it just makes me feel warm. There's something about this track. If you have a subwoofer in your system, turn it on right now and listen. It's good in headphones too, but it's a subwoofer song.
All right, let's have a listening. Listen, this is a Statistic, aka Cold Chaos. Hold on tight.
Which is also, it's Leela and Statistics collab called Cold Chaos.
Thank you. Perfect.
Oh, I just love that
what a
song.
kick. You are so right. That's one heck of a kick. And very edgy is what piano vlogger um, um, said in the comments.
Yes.
And how true is that? That's
Yep.
just, yeah, that's what you're going to get with Leela's vocals, Leela's style. That's just fantastic. Good choice. Good pick. Let's.
So I know you have some shout outs, but I don't want to
think
leave
we
our
should
guests.
bring on. Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it. Let's do
yeah.
it. I'm with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Ed Pettit, and I'm so excited to bring him up here at the stage. I'm going to drop myself down here, and
Unmute Ed.
bring what happened here?
You got it. There you go.
Right here.
Welcome, Ed. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad for you to be on. And we have people that may not have heard you before. So many singer-songwriters can be called storytellers. And, you know, Ed, I was telling you yesterday when we met that you go a step beyond that for me. To me, you're not just a storyteller, but your lyrical content and your vocal delivery. This is going to sound weird. To me, the voice I hear when you're performing is the voice I hear when I read to self, when I silently read something like a memoir or something. That's the voice I hear in my head when I do that. So you are beyond like a storyteller. You have this like literate voice in music to me, and I think we'll see that in the tracks that we have today. So yeah, introspective.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Well,
Also.
thank you. Socially conscious, introspective, a fan of wonder, just amazing. You've had a lot of stuff coming out recently. Is that just what you've been doing, or when you've just finally started like putting on YouTube?
Well, I started about 2 years ago, and it was after a long period of time when I was figuring out what to do because I'm retired, and I always wanted to really start playing music. I started guitar when I was in high school, and played around a little bit, but never sang at all. And I can go into that a little bit later on about why I never sang. But basically, I decided, heck, I was watching other people on YouTube, and they all were great. But I thought, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too. And so that's what started me out. And originally, I was doing just kind of weird songs like some Frank Sinatra songs,
Oh, cool.
like just kind of classic songs that were I started singing. But I always did write songs, and but I was hesitant. Anyway, I started putting on some my own works, and it just kind of developed. And I don't know. Recently, I guess what happened was I really thought I was dried up. I really thought like there was a block or something, and I started putting on some covers, and I did put on and then but what would happen to me is I'd get a little of a flash of like a first line of a song, and I just kind of knew it was a good line, and for instance, I was watching your show, Frank, and you mentioned Canadians all the time, and there's one of my songs. Starts off by saying I have friends in Canada. Now, that would not normally be a line for a song, but to me, that really opened up a song for me, and I just started writing from there. So I guess to answer your question, it's just a matter of if the inspiration comes, and also with this show coming on, I got very nervous, and I thought, oh my God, I have nothing new to show, and maybe I'm dried up, and maybe it's going to be a waste of time, and So then all of a sudden, a couple of other songs came up, like the one just the other day. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at, and it's been quite a journey. And I really appreciate Frank and you guys all asking me to come on. It's just it's amazing to me, actually. So I really appreciate that.
To me, it's a treat. So there are times I hear somebody I've never heard. I'm like, oh man, why haven't I, enjoyed this earlier than now? But there's also something really special about meeting somebody on the show and hearing the 4 tracks they send for the first time I've ever heard them. And I'm not just listening and enjoying, but I'm kind of studying them because I'm prepping for the show.
Right, I can tell you really listen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I gained such an appreciation for a work like you've shared on all of these 4 that we're going to have, that like I feel even worse that it's like, oh man, why didn't I or the classic one, like, oh god, I wish I could have written that song, but being able to hear it for that first time and that novelty in a really close listening fashion is so awesome when you find someone like you that I personally connect with, both in your content and your sound and your whole style. So I it's a treat and an honor to have you here, because to me, you're giving me enjoyment. So Frank, did you want to do the first round of shout outs?
Looking at Johnny's part of what you were talking about backstage. Ed's music is literature, but we'll be touching that.
Yes. I'm not the only one that thought that. Cool.
Yeah, that's just amazing. All right, so yes, Vince Chanella, everybody after this show will be dumped over to Vince's channel. Please stay tuned, stay on, and we will run a little over Vince's show, so feel free to stop over there. It starts at 9 o'clock, but you will all be dumped over to that show as we do every week. So let's start off with the shoutouts. The Community Poll 79th edition playlist. As you all know, there's well over 100 different creations, premieres, shows that are put on this playlist that I actually personally go throughout the week, from Monday mornings to Sunday midnight is the deadline for what's to be shouted out this week. But you'll find what I am not able to shout out on this playlist. Please follow that link. DJ Big Red has a community calendar website, and it's even more in depth than what we talk about here. If there's anybody out there that has a new show or something coming up, a premiere, an album released, a concert, a show, anything, a birthday, a sub count, whatever it is, please share it with us and we'll be sure to shout you out. Let's start with composer David Michael Tardy. Now, this gentleman is going to be on the show thanks to SW Synthworks, SWX, who's introduced us to another new artist, and he's going to be on the show. I wish I remembered what date, but I think it's the beginning of October, and it's going to be great. Thank you. All right, then we got Scotty Butters, Broken Windows Serenade. Nice little cover Scotty did. Catherine McChrystal and Robin Rendell, another artist, 2 artists obviously. We know Catherine, but Robin Rendell was introduced to me once again by D-Lin. And so I've got both links to both shows, to both links to both tracks from each channel. Wow. So that's Catherine McChrystal and Robin Rendell with The Game. All right. Rainfield Music, Surf's Up, which we heard last week, but we shouted it out this week. It is now live, so please go check that out. That was mixed and mastered by DJ Big Red. Martin Kelly. Bang. All right, Surf's Up. No, that's not Martin. Santa, you have got the power. You've got the power. Another great Canadian content creator. Check out Martin Kelly. Brian Drums with Collide. Mary, my Italian friends get a little ding too. Mary, all the way from Italy. One of our mods. Just amazing stuff she does on her channel. Creates videos to songs that you probably thought you'd never hear again. Just some classic music. She Releases maybe 2 or 3 a week. It's pretty cool stuff. Please go offer up some support, and I guarantee you she'll be all over your channel. Brad Example had another pop-up after party. Brad has been doing this randomly. Another fantastic Canadian. Please go check out Brad. Forest of the Wolf. Wada Parja. Music Therapy 3. Wada Parja is a project that many collaborators join along with. Check that out. Wesley Media Hubs. Blurred Lines Extended Remix X-Bass. Sonic Grace. Such a beautiful spiritual channel. Man, you catch any one of their songs, even his solo stuff. If you're not smiling, you ain't breathing. This song is called No Matter What. Robbie Stingle was a busy beaver this week with quite a few releases. This track here is Just the Facts, ma'am. JDL, welcome back, JDL, and the Multinationals. They took a little break, and looks like JDL and the Multinationals are back. Mama, I'm Coming Home, an Ozzy Osbourne cover. Adorable Anarchy, who's just in the middle of the move. I think it's pretty much done. We'll keep you in tune when the show comes back on. But she released a song called The Calm Before the Storm, and she has a new album out. If DJ Big Red still has the link for that new album, please post it. Our friend, as I mentioned earlier, Metalhead Hippie, and the one man I wish was here today so he could have sung Happy Birthday to DJ Big Red, to JJ, to Folk Punk. Yeah. So Metalhead Hippie, another day ride on the west side of Wasilla, Alaska. So there you go. He doxed himself. All right, Laurie's Mishmosh, River Flows in You. Yeruma piano cover. She's a pianist. Didn't you know? Yes. And we are going to create a montage and feature her in the pianist sections. This week we have piano vlogger and Denise as our featured pianist this week. All right, I'm going to stop there so you guys can continue, because I want to hear what Ed is all about, and I'm sure everybody else does. And I'm so glad you accepted this, JJ. And it's just ironic because JJ also brought your name to my attention. And sure enough, you replied with, yeah, but can I have Folk Punk as my co-host? And I'm like, stand in line.
It's the passion, you know. Cool. It's the passion. I really appreciate that.
And it's authentic. I mean, I really dig
know
this
it's authentic.
stuff.
Yeah, I can feel it.
And you know, I think Frank had mentioned something that Johnny put in that kind of connected with what I was talking about, how you are my read to self inner voice when I listen to you. Yeah. It resonates with me like something I've known my whole life. And I think the first song that we have from you is going to let everybody see that more than maybe any other one in your repertoire here. Is there anything particular you want to tell us about this, or let people discover it as it unfolds?
I would like to make a shout out if I could.
Yeah.
No, just a couple of people I noticed on the chat, and I may have missed some people, but Catherine McChrystal came on really quickly, but I think she's back to bed right now because she lives out in
Ireland.
Somewhere
European Central Time Zone.
So anyway,
somewhere in the early morning.
Yeah, she's been really supportive, and Denise with Piano Improv Vlogger, and I'm glad she's coming on. She mentioned that she's a Canadian from Montreal, and that quote unquote she never gets any attention. So I just wanted to, or never gets any credit. So I just wanted to put that out there. And then Kareem, who you probably all know Kareem, and he's got this huge heart. Johnny Amish came on. I really appreciate you, Johnny. Birdfinger is on. My wife Jackie Senten Pettit came on, and also my sister-in-law Janine Monroe. just wanted to get that out of the way.
Awesome. And
Sorry if I
anyone you
missed anybody.
see that, and it's so hard when you're on StreamYard
Yeah,
here trying to track all of it, and it gets really difficult. I usually
Right.
Laurie has some kind of extra skill in her brain where she can multitask in both without missing a beat
Yeah,
anywhere.
I can't multitask at all. So.
And I've only got one job,
I'm a
and that's
monotask.
highlighting the chat, and I'm still well
Yeah.
behind.
Right. So anyway, about this song, I guess that's the what's the name of that song?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Okay. All I'll say about that is, I was sitting in my car in a parking lot. I think I was waiting to go. I was going to go into the gym, but I really didn't want to go into the gym. So I was just sitting there in my car, and I thought, I'm not doing anything right now. I thought, hey, there's an idea for a song, and just kind of took that. I'm not doing anything right now, and then tried to make it like I was just sitting around, and in the moment, kind of feeling what really seeing what I was really seeing, and seeing that everything was amazing, and that's kind of where that came from.
Fan of Wonder. Isn't that amazing?
Let's do it. That's my cue, everybody.
I'm really not doing anything right now. There's a few ominous looking clouds above, moving so slowly. And I'm watching a caterpillar inch by inch crawling up a tree. He knows that I'm watching too, but he doesn't know it's me. Yeah, we're just lazing. Isn't that amazing? Looking around at people and they're walking. Some are even talking. And there's one guy who said something funny to another guy, and how do I know this? Because the other guy is laughing, and the first guy, he's smiling and happy that he could make the other guy laugh on his behalf. It's starting to rain. Actual water falling freely from the sky. At this moment, I might simply die. It's setting me a-dazing. Isn't it amazing? Well, it's time for me to move on. I think I hear some thunder, and it makes me wonder. How's our old little buddy doing? You know that someday you will fly away and have wings. No more crawling around on your belly, little fella. Just like us. You have no idea what's to come. We can sing and we can dance. We can even cry at every chance. We can actually learn to love. And it's not even that hard to do. Under most circumstances. And I think you'll agree it's better than the alternative. Ah, look. It's the sun. It's come out. And its light is blazing. Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
My apologies. You know, I forgot the let me unmute. Is everybody unmuted? I forgot
Yeah.
the song ends like that, and I thought, what just happened?
It's got a nice hard end, but
Yeah.
what a perfect first track, I think. Especially following with what I was talking about, a literate performance, something that like a college English major would write and do.
That's what I am.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Exquisite guitar work in it, but obvious right from the start with the harmonica and the acoustic guitar. I mean, early Dylan comparisons, but to me, and I mentioned this to you, I hear more Shel Silverstein and Shel's adult work, not necessarily his kids' books, but his adult work. I hear that kind of genius when I'm listening. And I say genius where I will preempt this by saying that I know sometimes, like Robert Frost said, a wall is just a wall.
Yeah.
But to me, there is a wisdom in your lyrics in this that seem to go way beyond watching a caterpillar. I mean, I almost hear like a grandfather leaving something to a grandchild, some tidbit of wisdom.
Yeah, well, that's not too far off, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, is a wall just a wall?
No, it's I do have a grandson who lives right here, so
it had that kind of loving insight, and there's a difference, I think, between a parent and a grandparent, where a grandparent protects you like a parent does, but there's like if somebody's going to tell you the real truth, the grandparent, and
I think so.
and there are lines in there that are kind of maybe a little scary, but rounded and put in the whole image of the caterpillar. It's so gentle and soft, but still wise and observant beyond the crawling of a little critter. But maybe that's me. Maybe a wall is just a wall. But
No, I appreciate it. You like I say, you have a passion for this, and you really listen, and that's really appreciated.
You're welcome. I love to.
And it's not so common, really.
I think
No,
it's a
not,
shame.
is it?
It's a shame because there's so much beauty to find there, and wow. And this isn't the only one. People will hear that same genius in the other tracks we have coming up. You have some more shout outs, Frank?
Yes, but I want a special shout out to I forgot to mention earlier when I called out Pete Johns with the Your Music Live. Songtember is a special month for all of us in the community. I know there's a lot of new community members here. We've got Dave Stewart. We've got yourself, Ed. Hello, Dave. Great to see you in here.
Hi, Dave.
We've got Johnny Amish. So Songtember, if you go to Pete's channel, any song that you create, There is no rules, but it's just a song that you've created, record, and released in September. He has a special show, and trust me when I say he has many, many, many followers. Catherine knows all about this. Harriet B, I think, has been involved with Pete John's channel for quite some time. So if you have a song that just it doesn't matter if it's recorded in your basement, doesn't matter. My first submission was done on StreamYard, actually, just a live thing. Doesn't matter how it is. It's just throughout the month of, and this is Denise with your piano. Just a song that's written, created, and released. It doesn't have to be written, but created, recorded, and released in the month of September. Just submit it to Pete Johns, hashtag Songtember, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, you'll really get to know the community and a lot of beautiful people.
That's great.
And your music is your singing, songwriting extraordinaire. It's just everything I thought. When people look at me as a singer-songwriter, no. It's like, this is a singer-songwriter to me. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so we're going to continue with some shout-outs. Noura's Guitar Channel. Again, if there's anybody that's wanting to pick up the guitar and just new to it, this is just a step-by-step. Or if you just want to play a song, rather than going to easy lyrics and chords, you can go right to Noura's channel and you'll find the song you're looking for. He shows you how to strum the song and the lyrics are there. It's a pretty cool channel. And a good friend of mine. 11 Drums, not sorry. I met 11 Drums, just a young chat, an amazing drummer through Laurie's Mishmosh. Gordon Lee Weaver, Beware the Hand of Evil. Ed, When I Was Hugging God, and I think we're playing that. And Tony McGrail, The Quiet Life, out of Ireland. And Michelle Fretz, yes, out of BC. An amazing talent. She does a lot of little live shows in the area she's from. James Myers, a cover of Avenged Sevenfold, titled Nobody. And James Myers is going to be part of my Songtember submission along with DJ Big Red. So it's going to be a lot of fun. D. Lynn, Silent Warriors. And we all know how much we owe D. Lynn for introducing us to you and so many great artists. David in the chat. I see you there, Brad. Example, brother. What's going on? Keep doing those pop-ups. Dynamite Throw, Bass Riffin', episode 12. David Cartrette, really cool premiere. Flowers on My Grave. Moses J. Hawkins, The End of the Rains. Synthworks, who is in the chat, doing well. Always glad to see him. Synthworks, as I mentioned earlier, in the next few weeks, he's going to be co-hosting. The Unknown Observation. Then we got Johnny Amish. I heard some people call him Amish. I'm curious which. If I'm Canadian, I should be saying Amish, eh? But Johnny Amish, Halfway to the Water. Poison Whales, Runaway. Country Walking, a brand new channel to me. I really enjoy his creations, his content that he creates. A lot of exploring, a lot of ruins and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. And I can tell that he's friends with Catherine now. Exploring the only full-size Berlin Wall outside in the whole of the United Kingdom. So pretty cool. Old Man Music, Pain and Memories. Man, what a tribute. And I heard it right on the day that my dad would have been 95 years old. He passed away 2 years ago. Thank you very much, Old Man Music, for that memory. Our good friend out of Australia, Ciao Bello, the Lily Pillies, Manny put out another beautiful track called Nothing's Forever. Wolfstone Studio and Jade Starr with a track called Catch Me. Wolfstone Studio is going to be on the show near the end of November. Kid K Music, Ready or Not, Pour the Gasoline Mix. What a fun track that was. And I wanted to put the Mix Club in this section because I know I shut him out in the mentions near the end of the show. But let's show him some love. He's streamed a couple times this week. Studio Talk and My Plans for YouTube. A real interesting show. You got to see the calm side of the Mix Club, the serious side. And it was a lot of fun. Great show. Scars and Shadows, Plaster and Kerosene, Abe the Band, Red Fuzzy Eyes, and Enigma Bird with a song called Enigma. I'll stop there.
So many new things every single week.
Yeah,
it's incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
And speaking of new things, the next song we have here, When I Was Hugging God, I believe is your most recent one. Is it, Ed? Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, it's funny because when we met yesterday, I was telling you my interpreter. I was like, oh wow. I went with God in the first stanza. You know, I went to the desert, and in my head, I'm thinking, you know, David in Moab, sitting with his lute, doing a Dylan tune, but much more humble than either King David or Bob. And you told me where it really came from.
Yeah.
So I guess we could let people, you know, make their own. And again, songs have multiple layers, but it cracked me up because I went to a much deeper place than.
Yeah. Well, you know, that was nice though. It was nice. It was a nice interpretation.
and I hope you are feeling less need to hug God as we go through this show tonight.
Yeah, the song itself helped. It really helped me on that situation.
Very cool. It's a great song, and again, you know, profound, written with more wisdom than maybe you intended, but it's
Always.
really excellent. Yes, and the harmonica and the Dylan-esque vocal delivery, you know, it just, for me, it seals it. I love that. But anything else you want to tell us about this?
Well, it's you know, it's another one of my kind of weird songs in the sense that you know, I kind of it's like, yeah, I get this first line, and what was the first line of that one? Oh, I can't even remember the first line.
Was it the desert was up in the front somewhere?
Oh yeah, I went for a walk in the desert, which
Yes.
you know, I live in the in a desert community, so I do go for walks in the desert, and I do go there to clear my head and to kind of meditate and to just kind of relax, and it's very quiet there. So I do have some nice experiences in the desert, and but what I was doing is I was in my room at the time, and I was thinking about this show coming on, and I just feel a little bit of anxiety building up. So I kind of closed my eyes and just kind of relaxed a little bit, and I swear I heard Hugging God. I said, oh, okay, well, you know, that's a song. Again, I don't know why. So that's kind of what started. I just said, I'm going to walk into the desert. And then it just became a story that I just came out as a story. And that's really it. I always think there's another guy writing. I'm not really writing the song. There's another guy somewhere out there writing the song, and I'm just the vessel or something.
Exactly. Yes.
You know,
The
and that's
vessel
what it
for the
feels like.
muse.
That's what
Yeah.
it feels like. Yeah.
And that's, you know, it sounded on a level, like I said, I'm thinking David, you know, fleeing Saul out in Moab in the desert, and you know, writing a few more psalms there. But
Right.
yeah, it is incredible. And isn't that neat though? I think is more precious when you feel like it comes from
Right. It's kind of like
wherever,
magic.
as a
it's
gift,
magic,
like
yeah.
Matt. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So When I was hugging God.
Yeah.
I just want to add one little thing. Nobody puts baby in the corner. So tacky. All right. When I was hugging God, let's have a listen.
Okay. I went out walking in the desert. I was feeling out of touch, and I needed me a clearing of my head and heart and such. Then I looked upon a hillside, and all the rocks and things were hard. And I sat upon the sandy ground, and I thought of hugging God. Well, the sun was blazing on me then, and I was drinking up some water. And the thing that made no sense before, well, it started falling into order. A bird flew down beside me. She was staring at my nose. I didn't want to leave her then, but I moved my legs and rose. Suddenly, the earth had moved, and I was thinking that was odd. And I held upon a single thought, that I was hugging God. Well, before I knew it, it was dark, and the sky had disappeared. A billion lights were shining down, and I thought, wow, that's so weird. I raced to find a better view, and there was fire in my soul. And I fell upon my face, I did. I was losing all control. When I turned upon my back, the moon I did regard, lying there without a sound, while I was hugging God. So that was how it came to be in my desert expedition. And all the things around me were all in things of transition. It came to me that day, it did, my understanding not complete. But the desert tells me, be assured, it was more than just the heat. At times I get forgetful, and I need a little pride. And that's when I remember, when I was hugging God.
Wow. All right, I won't panic this time. That was absolutely beautiful.
Awesome. Hey, Law.
Hi, I'm making all sorts of noise. I'm so sorry.
You know, oh, you got Ed muted.
Oh, jeez, how rude of me. I did it again.
Oh, Ed, that was beautiful.
Hi, Laurie. Thank you.
Hi, I love this, the storytelling with the singing. I don't even know how I could ever do that.
And you know,
Like talk and play.
his narrative storytelling. You know, I noticed something, Ed. So, of the songs we have, we'll hear it a couple times tonight. But you use this technique that I think really works so well.
That's the Italian. Thank you, Frankie.
This technique that works so well to bring out that storytelling and that inner read to self voice for me is you end the verse with the same line, or we'll talk about another exception where it's a similar, you know, but with the same line rather than having a chorus. So it keeps the attention, you know, verse, chorus, that's kind of pop in it. You don't get into the profundity that's happening as much as the groove and the beat, you know. But the way you structure your songwriting, having that kind of verse with that last one, just like this is the emphasis line, you know, this is the bullet point, and then it works so well. I think it's genius.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well said.
I did put a chorus in that, and then I kind of felt the same way you did about it, and that, you know, that it's not needed. And I'm not that big on choruses unless it really says something. So I just took it out.
I'm so glad you did, because I think if you put it in, it would, because like someone said, oh, you have to have a chorus.
Yeah, I have to have a chorus, right?
No, well, okay, the chorus is the last line of the verse. You know?
There you go.
But no, I think it, and maybe I haven't heard it with it, but it works without it. It really does. And we'll hear another one tonight too, where that same kind of technique is at play. And I really think it's genius. And you know what's beautiful as well is that small Martin you're playing. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It seems to be really comfortable on you. Like,
It's funny because I was even telling this to my wife today that I feel like my you know, when you write a song, you write the lyrics, and then for me anyway, I usually write the lyrics first, and then I have to figure out how I'm going to put it to music. And I swear at the end, it's like I'll do different things, finger pick or strum hard, strum low, go fast, go slow. And at the end, it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is what my guitar wants to do. You know, and I almost feel that way about it. Like it picks the tune and it does it.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah. Working, let the instrument work through you the same way the muse is working through you.
It's weird. It's weird like that, but yeah.
Very magical. That's
Beautiful
awesome.
like that.
Yeah. You got a few more shout outs
I'm
before
gonna
we
do a few
get
more
into
shout-outs,
debauchery?
and we all know why Laurie's here, so let's
Time. Yes, and it is freezing today. It's like 60.
let
And I'm
her
mad.
warm up
For some reason,
while
I'm over
we...
here. Now I'm hot because every time I put this on in my room, I get hot.
All right, David Joshua had a release titled Noise. Mark Wade, a.k.a. Tempest Child, so that's with Wes Harrop out of England. And the song is titled The Rain on My Face. I have to say it's one of the best songs that I heard from these two.
Awesome.
Really enjoyed it, so please check both those channels out.
And the video.
Mike,
Crazy.
yeah, Michael, aka Zealand, To My Dearest One. Colorful Energy had a release this week. Red Hot Chili Peppers full cover band, Under the Bridge. Tales Told in the Dark. I saw Tales here earlier. You must, if you haven't, you must go check out her channel. I know JJ and I often talk about her narration skills. Just beautiful stories from the 1800s, unsolved mysteries and whatnot. Absolutely beautiful. And it's a nice, usually from anywhere from 10 minutes to no more than 18, 19 minutes. Really nice stories and very well narrated, like I said. John Lemon and Lemonade. Ding. Yes.
You didn't ring it for
Canadian
colorful.
Producer. Oh, and for Colorful Energy. Yes, thank you. I've missed a and Michael. Yeah, I've missed a few. I'll be dinging, dinging, ding, ding. All right. John Lemon and Lemonade. King Without a Crown. Man, you talk about a poet. Yeah, must go check this channel out. He always picks a different soundtrack and then just puts up the lyrics, the poetry while the music playing. Beautiful stuff.
Ciao, Mary.
Tracy Melly, a good friend of ours. I'm not sure if she's in this week. Mary, ciao bella. Did a cover of Feeding the Swan. Melanie Choli, Neverland. Vintage Tone, Open Ceremony. John Scher, Rub the Wrong Way. We saw John in the chat earlier. Dragon Orb, Expressions. Mashia. Mashia should be out there with the sharing segment because he seems to be sharing a lot of artists, at least this show and a lot of the montages that we create. Always on it. Get Out of My Way, a brilliant track. Kathy Short. That's right. She's
Hey,
Canadian.
Kath.
Yes. Great to see her back up and going. Bended Knees. Frank Mel, The Shattered Kingdom, a beautiful premiere, and Frank is going to close the show tonight with his rendition of Change the World. Tam's World, excellent guitarist. Psychosis. Hobbs, Escape Velocity remixed. Harriet B., who we mentioned earlier, Where Do I Begin? I think she had about 3 different releases this week. Really cool stuff. Take Two drum covers. Electric Avenue, Eddie Grant drum cover. And then an artist that I met on Pete's channel, and this is why I said to all the new people to this channel, please, I just feel like saying, if you want your music heard and you want your channel to grow, even if you don't want your channel to grow or you don't care about numbers, that's okay. But if you want your music heard, follow me. Follow these links. Thomas Christ, Pete Johns. Because here's an artist, Italian. Anita and Frank Mastrocola. I met them last night, listened to their music, and then went over to the channel and listened to their music on Pete's show. And this song's called Let's See. A nice Beatles flavor to it. You must go check this out. Brand new channel. I think I only saw like 62 subs. Please check that out. And let's get them more into the community. And then I'll end with these shoutouts with the drummer of Ninth Gate. I guess he's got his own label. All right. Mr. Smith.
George.
Mr. Smith has been doing a lot of the acronym throws me off. This Week in Music. He's got a lot of shorts with This Week in Music. Obviously, we all know of his streams. I think it's Tuesday afternoon, Thursday nights, usually just pop-ups and stuff like that. But the Friday show is his claim to fame, Friday at 8:30, a brilliant show. We'll shout it out a little later. But he lately he's been putting out these Rush lyrics, and as we know, Rush is a Canadian band. And yeah,
I think actually that's what, the purpose of the bell is because so many people around the world think Canadian things are American, but Rush, people probably know Rush is Canadian.
No rush. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. So
Frank's outnumbered right now. There's 3 Americans here.
Yeah.
Usually the case.
That's right. I'm totally outnumbered. DJ. All right. Open Secrets, a Rush tune, and he's got some backing music, his own music, or a backing track. I'm not exactly sure, but anyways, he just narrates the lyrics throughout the song. It's beautifully done. I really love what he's doing here. So kudos to you, Mr. Smith, who's going to be on
And
the
feel
show,
better,
I think,
Mr. Smith.
October
He's not
14th.
feeling well this week.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was wondering.
Yeah, he's not having a show tomorrow. And
Oh, shit.
there's something else he
Okay,
canceled.
Thank you for telling me. I'll reach out.
Yeah. Cool.
Rachel,
I'm sorry, I'm having problems with
everybody
my
that I've
monitor.
missed. George Echevarria. How you doing, Jorge?
Jorge.
We've got so many people in here. Tremor Bear, Jamie Lynn. Yeah,
Ding.
please don't let DJ piss you off. She wants to hear the Canadian bell. There you go, Jamie. All right. Yeah. So, Laurie,
Cool.
welcome
Yes.
to the Community Pulse. We haven't seen you for
Thank you.
a week.
I'm never here. I gotta hold this inner ear monitor because I can't hear out of it unless I move it. And then
She's in a hurricane.
yeah, right. First of all, I just want to say it's so great to meet Ed. It's awesome to have you on, and thank you, D. Lynn, for introducing us. And
Yeah, thank you.
that song was beautiful. I before the show went over, and that was the last one that you posted. And I realize now that you just wrote it. But aren't you comfortable now on the show?
I am.
Isn't it cool? We're just hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not relaxed after this next part,
Yeah. I don't
right.
even need that song anymore. So
I have a question. I have this hanging around, but I have no idea what to do with it.
You put it in your mouth.
Can you give me don't be dirty, Frank. This is the
No.
penis section, I know. And you just blow?
yes. And suck.
He does it
Yep.
beautifully.
You have to blow
kazoo.
and suck.
Oh, suck too. Okay. This is bad. Poor Ed's family. Sorry, Ed's family. He's like- but I love his smile. He just seems like such a nice guy. I'm getting, not that I'm saying that you're old, but I'm getting my dad vibes from you.
Look who
Like,
shows up.
okay.
no, you just remind me of my father. That's all I'm
I've
saying.
been a
I'm not
dad
saying
a
you're
long
old.
time, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
The wisdom.
And do you even know I'm from Massachusetts? That's why I keep saying I hate the Yankees. I'm a
I
Boston
know.
girl.
You know, this was an honor, but it is
What is going
doesn't
on
fit
here?
well.
It's all right. I got a
Jacqueline
Pittsburgh
says you're cool.
Steelers
Okay.
cap. I'm
Gosh,
from Toronto.
I didn't wear my hat. I
Well, I
don't-
was-
Gene, welcome to
I
the
was in
Pianist
Washington.
section.
I lived near Seattle for so long that I became a Mariners fan, and they
oh,
never win. They never win anything. But
you're
so
all
when I
over
went
the
back-
place.
yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, and then Long Island's more of a Met. You got to be kind of a Met fan, but I was more of a Yankee fan.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
Is this your
I mean,
sister
it's
or
the
your
Yankees,
wife?
the Yankees.
Ed,
I'm sorry,
is that
That's
your
his
sister
wife.
or your wife, Jacqueline?
Jacqueline is my wife.
Wonderful. You're cool, Laurie. You're okay.
She says we're cool. All right. Yeah. This is just.
I mean,
It's
I wore
great.
it for half the show. And you guys know how I feel about Bucky Dent, but yeah.
Yes, you get all
Still on
upset.
that, eh?
The whole
Oh,
story.
The
Yeah,
rest of my life, I will be, yes.
Jeez.
1978, right?
Yeah. Way back in 1978. But happy birthday again, JJ. We're happy for you.
Right.
Happy birthday. And you're spending your birthday with us. I love it. I think I spent my birthday with Frank too. He threw me a party.
Yeah, yes.
We did. We did.
Was that on my
we're-
birthday?
It was on your birthday.
We're family. This is what
We
family does.
We are. You know, I was telling somebody today, I got a really sweet message from a mutual friend of ours, just in response to me saying something on their show. And it made me think that, and I say this to guys all the time, YouTube's so much more than music, right? For us. A lot of people like to put their music out and not be a part of a community, and that's fine. But for us, we're family. And what this person said to me really touched me, because that's what I like to do is try to inspire people or make people feel good and not just throw out my music and hope to get a million likes. That's not what it's about. But we are family. I love it.
Yes.
And I am coming to Canada. As long as
That's
DJ
really
doesn't show
important,
up. I want DJ to go out to dinner with us. Kidding, DJ. You know I love you.
Keep them in the West.
Yeah.
No, I'll take you up that way where the rest of them are. And
Yes.
yeah.
That would be
So-
fun.
Yeah, this is the Pianist section segment of this show. Ed, brace yourself, because this is where a bunch of adults, the good adults that have been boasting throughout the entire show, turn into a bunch of kids in a sandbox.
I'm back being a fourth grade teacher.
I love it.
But it's
So-
only because, now listen to the Canadian accent that Frank says. This is the piano section, Ed. The piano section.
So
Okay.
I created this pianist and composer section.
He can't say it. He calls it pianist.
This-
Pianist. It's
no, you don't say piano. You say
pianist. Pianist. I don't know.
pianist.
It is, but I haven't seen a lot of
Anyways.
eggplants in the chat in a long time. So I think it's getting old.
so
with us. Maybe we're
probably
growing
want
up.
to see some eggplants. Regardless, JJ and I really felt that the pianists and composers of our communities don't get enough love. There was actually two facts where
probably true.
two,
That's probably
two
true.
streamers actually shut down their shows because nobody was
Sad.
attending, right?
Yeah.
And it's for
Hi,
me,
Dan.
anyways, as a singer-songwriter, the keyboards, the piano, is the backbone of
I love
music.
the piano. I really do.
Yeah,
I love
and
it. I
it's
wish I
just
could
the
play
most
it.
gorgeous instrument to sit and listen to.
It really is.
Especially if you're dining or in a jazz bar. Like, I mean, it's just such a beautiful instrument when it's played properly. And all of these artists that we're shouting out, and there's so many more in our community. Once we created this segment, both JJ, myself, and Laurie, we're getting a lot of emails. Hey, I play piano. Hey, I play piano. It's beautiful. And I wish we could shout them all out. But to all of you out there, these artists that we're shouting out exclusively do their work on piano and compose their music in many cases. And so here's to the pianists and composers of our community. Did I say it correctly? Now I'll leave the rest with you before. And the song that we chose, the artist that's going to be playing the backing track for this is our very new friend, also known as Denise, piano improv vlogger. And,
Beautiful player. Beautiful player.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I'll let you top that off.
Top it off. Yeah, this section just keeps growing and growing and growing. Stop. So I did a song this week, as you know, for you, and hopefully, I think you said you'll try to get it on next week. But I don't want to step on anybody else's toes. Piano improv.
No.
Denise is
Everybody
awesome.
gets their. We've had Chris Durham. We've had we've had everybody on this show, and I just got to put
Hi,
together
Don. Waka
the
waka.
montage, and let's do it.
Well,
all right.
yeah.
So this week we have piano improv vlogger introducing us to all these beautiful artists and pianists and composers.
Blow and suck. Blow and suck. How rude. Get her out of here.
Go to bed. Yes,
Yay!
I'm glad you didn't leave us, Laurie.
Huh?
I'm glad you didn't leave us because you had a couple of announcements that I wanted to
Oh,
thank you,
yeah.
everybody. All joking aside, yes, we are a bunch of kids in the playground, but
More
we
like indoor recess.
yes, and this is all
We should be
joking
punished.
aside. Please go offer up some support. They're amazing talents here, and you know, I think it's a lot of fun, this little segment, and it does draw people over to these channels, and it's a really important piece in our community. Wherever you go in these other communities, they're talking about the pianists, and I think it's pretty cool. So
Yeah, sure.
it's a lot of exposure. Like, it doesn't matter what word you use.
Every word fits.
Every
Woo!
word seems
Fits.
just,
Yeah.
but it's
Even
really
jock
cool.
strap to the penis and support.
I always love hearing one person on one instrument that can make me feel, and the piano, a solo piano, and we always have a solo piano piece at this part.
Yeah.
Really does that. So yeah.
And I haven't done one like that in a while. You guys know I'm into my collabs and I'm play with a bunch of other people. And that's one last week. I'm like, I'm going to find a solo and just play it. And it was fun
Post
to try
that
to
link
learn it.
again, DJ.
No, it's all right.
That was really well done, and we're going to be playing it on the show in the next
Thank
for
you.
the next few weeks. And,
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. But you have some before you leave us, you have some announcements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what would I want to announce? Oh, I have a premiere tomorrow night.
Yes.
So like, you said JDL is back with the multinationals. He is back, and I have a song with JDL that's going to premiere tomorrow night. He'll be in bed because it's 5 hours later for him at that
He's
time.
in Scotland.
In Scotland, yeah. But I haven't done one with JDL in a while, and I have to go back and count. I've done a lot with him, including one for the charity album, for the Canada charity album. So this is just me and him, so it should be a fun one. And that's tomorrow at 8:10. Yeah, before we all go to Rhodey's. Rhodey's Jam Cave is going to be live again with the Wheat Farmers.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was mentioned yet, but they're on at 9.
Yeah, that's coming up. But yes, give it
His
a
birthday was
for sure.
Friday. He came onto my panel and said hello, so that was awesome. Lots
I
of
saw him there.
birthdays in September.
A lot of Virgos.
A lot of Virgos, yeah. So that's cool. I'm going to have my hang on Friday. We're doing YMCA as one of the things. It's going to be YMCA and other cheesy 80s music. So it's not just YMCA, but
It's a lot of fun, everybody. Please
You can
check
join
it
us
out
there.
if you haven't. It really is a lot of fun.
Thank you. We try to have fun and just give people a place to just laugh and chill out if they have nowhere to go. And then we go to Gary Hubs right after me, and then the whole lineup, and then Leela, the beautiful Leela.
There's
Which I try to-
Rhodey there.
Huh?
Rhodey's Jam Cave is right there. So
Oh,
that's very cool.
yay, Rudy!
Great to see you,
Awesome.
Mike.
I can't wait to see you guys play Tuesday. So
All
yeah,
right.
that's about it. Thank you, Frank and Ed. You're doing awesome. It's so great to meet you
Thank you,
again.
Laurie.
And JJ,
Love you, cuz.
happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye. See you guys in the chat.
And we chat later, right? I got a
Yeah, I'll come back and tell you.
things. Yeah.
And
Okay.
Thank you.
You say it says Friday is your show? Friday?
Yeah, it's at
Midnight?
midnight Eastern
Midnight.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is 11
Oh,
o'clock.
good.
your
Eastern
time.
time. So 10 o'clock my time.
And you still have that New York accent. I love it, even though you're in New Mexico now, right?
Can't lose it. Can't lose
Yeah,
it.
can't lose it. You're welcome to come on my panel anytime, Ed. I tell people this all the time. If they're
Thank you.
awake and they want to come hang out, love to have you on.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
You can play our silly games with us. Bye.
Bye, Law.
All right.
See ya.
I guess. All right. Okay.
So, did you need to do any shout outs, or can we get to the next
no,
song?
let's let's get to the music. Let's get back to it.
So, the next song we have up, Ed, is Ain't Buying It No More,
No.
which actually we left your last song talking about how effective the narrative constructive technique you were using of having that last line be the same. So this one does that with one important exception.
Exception, right.
So people will have to listen to it and they'll hear it. But I think that was, again, I've been using this word a lot tonight. It was genius to make that the only different ending line. Yeah.
I didn't think, I didn't really think about it that way, but I appreciate that.
Especially when because when I do these, I always click on the transcript button so I can see the lyrics. And sometimes people have them typed out as well. But it really stood out to me seeing it in the stanzas printed. Yeah. Just, again, this whole idea that's been in my head is it's like an audio book in song. I see and hear the literature, the literate part. So, this one has, you speak like a needed prophet in this.
Well, this one I actually, I sing, kind of sing talk, my usual sing talk type thing. And it came to me so quickly that it was the next day. It came to me like one night, and the next day I went to record it, and I wasn't sure how I was going to play it. And then all of a sudden I just started pounding on the guitar, and that's how it came out. So again, it was like my guitar made the decision for me.
There you go. Very effective. It sounds so natural that it must be the muse that's coming through for your lyrics and melody is in line with the muse that comes through the Martin. Ain't buying it no more.
Let's do it.
I woke up in the world with people all around, but something changed that night, and quietly, without a sound, I had to pinch myself, I did, and wondered what's in store, when all the people said to me, they ain't buying it no more. Maybe I was in a dream, but the colors looked the same, and the people I knew so well, they still had their name. And the sky was blue, the trees were high like before, except the thing they emphasized, that they weren't buying it no more. I turned on the television. I needed news to know. The woman on the screen, smiling, even had a little glow. I wondered out loud, I said, what's been happening in the war? She said, I guess you haven't heard it, man, but we ain't buying that no more. I started feeling nervous. Could this really be what's true? I was reaching for my gun. I was looking for a clue. But my gun had turned to rubber, and I threw it on the floor. But when my cousin interrupted, said it's okay, but I needn't guns no more. And there was music from the mountain. It was pulling me away. There were children running toward it. It was all some kind of play. I shouted out, hey kids, you know, there's more important things for sure. But they just laughed and said, sorry, sir, but we ain't buying that no more. Turns out it was all a dream that was buzzing in my head. I knew that it must be it when I hadn't taken my meds. But that's okay, it wasn't bad. And I told you what I saw. I remember now this world could be, and I ain't buying it no more. Yeah, I remember now how this world can be, and I ain't buying it no more.
Yeah, that was awesome. Let me unmute our guest. All right.
You are a prophet. Things change. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Again, that having just that one stanza end in a different line, after going through enough to get you thinking of things changing, not dismissing what things were, but realizing that, you know, things evolve, things change, was just profound. But then I love the almost comic reveal in the last stanza.
With the kids?
No, actually, I love that. No, I'm thinking that was excellent, with the kids on the playground. Yeah, but when you reveal that, oh, this is all just a dream, and I forgot to take my meds. You know, it almost like makes it not political. Yeah, it's genius. It makes it almost non-political in a way, and it's brilliant. You know, I said it, I think maybe in the green room, if not here, but I listen to these. I'm like, dang, I wish I wrote that song.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I said that a couple times when I put together that montage. Yeah.
And the lyric, you know, I needed news to know. The woman on the screen even had a little glow.
They usually do, though, right?
They do, and I got the picture. You were so visual in what you create in your poetry, that I'm seeing that HD image of the newscaster.
Right.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So awesome work, man.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to continue with some shoutouts, and we've got some upcoming features here. The Canadian Music for Life charity album for the Canadian is still available. You go to BANDCAMP. Whatever you can give, please do and purchase all 3 albums. Doesn't matter what it is you have, every little bit will help. If you don't have a BANDCAMP account and you don't want to set up a BANDCAMP account, email me, and you can donate whatever you'd like to donate. It'll go directly to the Canadian charity, and we can download the link for you, and I will send you the digital copy. So in whichever way you can do it, the American for the USA album is accepting submissions now. If you have an original song, keep it, like, don't post it. It'll go onto the album, and the deadline is October 13th. All proceeds will go to child cancer in America. So please contribute. To those of you, Russ made an announcement, and we'll talk a little bit more about it next week or the week after. I can't remember now. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, next week we'll talk more about it. But if you only have one song and you can only get one song done for Songtember, you can use it for Songtember just don't post the video, and you'll be able to use it for the album as well. And so again, we'll talk about it next week. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to myself, or obviously Russ or Jade, or anybody in the community. Really, we're all here to help. So please do so. All right, as we mentioned, Rhodey's Jam Cave tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Obviously, there is no Kansas City Chief game, or else he'd be canceling the show for sure. And what else we got? Yes, we heard Laurie's Mishmosh is got a premiere tomorrow night. We all know it's JJ's 60th birthday today. Happy birthday once again. Congratulations to Catherine McChrystal on reaching 700 subscribers. Woo. And congratulations to Leelaverse, our very own Leela, who reached 800 subscribers this week. Next week on the Community Pulse, we have, as I mentioned, Russ 8889. He'll be promoting his own music, and we'll be talking all about the upcoming USA Charity for Life album that's coming up. After that, we have Midnight Bandit on September 22nd, and on the 29th, we have Wayek. That's right, Canadian. All right. Just quickly, doing for others, Rebel Rocker, DJ Big Red, Mike and Don Genesi, who we're going to feature, I believe, next week as a channel, D-Lin, Dell. There's so many of you out there sharing music. I do want to mention something because it's special to a friend of mine, which is Thomas Christ. And you're going to find both JJ, Folk Punk, and DJ Big Red as mods on that channel. Tomorrow, there's still time to submit your new track there, Ed, I believe, because I just did mine recently. There is still time to submit your music there. He celebrates his 200th episode on the 4th year to that date. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I guess the 200th, he's making it expanded.
2, right?
Well, yeah, last week was like technically the 200th episode, and this Wednesday, or actually a date close to Wednesday, is the 4-year anniversary.
Okay, I see how that works.
So it's been expanded to be a celebration of 2 weeks, the 200/4-year anniversary.
And so, as JJ said,
right? Yes.
Yeah. So as Folk Punk said earlier, we really don't promote our own music on the Community Pulse. This is all about community indie artists celebrating their music. But I am going to give this one a plug, so hopefully we can get people over to Thomas's show. I have a premiere, and I'm going to be premiering a song that I've got in my upcoming album, which should be out in February 2026, which it's almost ready now. I'm going to be premiering it there. It'll be unlisted. You'll only be able to listen to it on Thomas's show. Please go check that out. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm really excited. So it's going to be a fantastic show. Let's get back to this. And thank you, everybody, for attending this show. And there's Midnight Bandit now. He's, on deck. So, all right. We have, let's continue on with the show. Ed, once again, this is fantastic. I can see you're a lot more relaxed than you were when you came in backstage. So this is, and Laurie said, as soon as she saw you, you have such a beautiful, warm smile, and you really do.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're an amazing individual. So let's go on with the show.
And that aura you give off, I think comes from how willing you are to be introspective in your songwriting, especially in a lot of your work is socially conscious stuff. And I think when you're introspective, especially, as you're delivering the stanzas, first, you're introspective, the listener kind of follows along and doesn't feel like they're being told something, but more like, oh, that's what I'm thinking, you know. So again, very brilliant in that approach to do, especially with an important message to get through. I know I saw somebody mentioning something about how they learned something in every one of your tracks, and that's that wisdom, you know, the first one. And, you know, again, not to be aged, but it was like a grandfather's wisdom, you know, loving but honest, and you know, we ain't buying it no more, you know. It's not gonna be, I'm not gonna color code it. Here it is, because I love you. I want you to know this, you know. But you also do have a very warm side, and I think our last song here, the way it especially opens, is that side of you coming out there. You know, a shout out to our Canadian friends, and it's honest and authentic.
Right. Well, I got to say, JJ, you know, you're amazing to me. These, you know, how fast you come out with these insights and kind of spot on about each song. I mean, it's really, if I'm feeling more comfortable now, it's because both of you have made me feel more comfortable. And,
well, thank you. That's
and I really appreciate so much what you've said and the insights you've shown in my songs. I'm kind of amazed about that. It's amazing.
See, you are a fan of wonder and amazement, totally. And I think it's easier to do this when you have something that genuinely connects with you, you know. I don't think I could do this if it was something that I wasn't just buying, you know.
No, but it sounds very very sincere and very, very real. So I appreciate that. Really do.
No, you're very welcome. I enjoy it. I really do. And again,
and it takes them off the duties of posting links.
you know, the work that the mods do is so intense, and in this one show especially, because they throw all kinds of information, reference librarians for what's going on, almost, you know. Back in the day, do they? I don't think libraries have reference librarians anymore.
That's my dog. Hi, beautiful. Love you.
So yes, this is fun to be able to just talk about music, you know.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I can remember going to my friend Matt's house, and we would sit in his room, and his mom was gone a lot, so we could crank the stereo without somebody saying, "Yeah, turn it down," and we would play songs and talk about the songs.
I had the same friend. His name is Mike, but we did the same thing exactly. Yeah.
Exactly, very cool. And that's what I enjoy when it's like this. So, you know, golden age for communications and home recording, that we can be doing this with our own stuff, not stuff we, you know, had to go out and buy from a record label and like, oh, no, we're doing this within our own stuff. It's so cool. So cool.
Yeah, it really is.
So damn cold.
Yeah.
All about us damn Canadians. I love it.
I got some friends in Canada. I know them by their names. We live in different places, but we still look all the same. I went up there to gamble and was digging for some gold. I'd probably like to live there if it wasn't so damn cold. And there's a place that I remember. It was dark and far away. Whenever it was nighttime, they told me it was day, and I failed to make it happen. And I do what I was told, and it would have been more pleasant if it wasn't so damn cold. Oh, mama, mama, can you hear me? I remember how you cheered me when I was all alone. You took me by the shoulder, and now I'm so much older. And mama, now it's over. It's getting so damn cold. Well, they're racing to the planets that are still so far from the stars. And someday, maybe, baby, we'll go back home to Mars. But I was looking at the photos. Yeah, it was a sign to behold. Except the thing I was thinking, mama, it all looked so damn cold. Well, I never knew my purpose or the reason that I'm here. You know, I'm just like everyone else. I'm so damn full of fear. And I want to tell you something, buddy. If I could only be so bold, I'd like to love this beautiful world if it wasn't so damn cold. Oh, mama, mama, can you hear me? I remember how you cheered me when I was all alone. You took me by the shoulder, but now I'm so much older. And mama, now it's over. And it's getting so damn cold.
Woo!
Yes, let me unmute us and get us back on.
A lead harmonica break to end. Too cool. Too cool. Too cool. You know,
That is some brilliant songwriting.
it really is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how much time you spend reworking and working the lyrics, but you have this great ability connecting the micro and the macro within the allegory you're presenting.
See, there you go again.
Do I sound like an
Really?
English major? I was
Well,
actually a
it sounds-
humanities major.
Right, well, that's kind of what it was called, though, right? It was humanities also. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, it's that introspection,
Yeah.
but then you bring it out, and it makes it very gentle to the listener. You know,
Well, this last one just sounds like I'm complaining, but you know, I'm always cold. I mean, it really, that's why I came.
a wall is just a wall sometimes.
What can I say?
Very cool. And you know, we were talking about how one song earlier, you go for a walk in the desert, but you know, the desert can still be cold once
Yeah.
the sun goes down.
Yeah.
So
Right.
again,
I just
another
don't go
kind
out
of-
to. I just don't go out for a walk when it's cold. That's just in the desert.
Awesome. So, is there anything you'd like to share with us before we head out tonight?
Well, no, I just really appreciate having you guys having me on, and really appreciate the energy that you expelled to make me feel comfortable. And I'm really impressed with the show itself. I'm fairly new to the show, so I didn't really know, within the last couple of months, and also now all these other shows that are on, I had no idea. So I really
it can
appreciate
occupy.
Yeah, really appreciate the time, and just thank you. And thank
You're
you,
very welcome.
Dylan. Thank you, Dylan, also.
Yes, Yes. I mean, there is so much out there. It could completely occupy you, and you still
My
wouldn't
God,
be
it's
able.
overwhelming. Really, it really is.
Yeah.
But
We-
it's great, overwhelming. Yeah, in a
The
good
cup
way.
runneth over. Yes, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's
And it's
beautiful.
good. You can just you show up to some of these places when you can, and many of these places, it's not like if you're not there, we're not playing your song.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like we said. These channels like Pete John, um, um, and Thomas Christ are the two going channels right now. Will absolutely just fill out the form. They're going to play your music, and you'll get the heads up as to when they're going to play it. And so if you're busy that night, and it usually gives you a rough time of
Yeah.
when they're going to play it in the show. So
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty cool. And like I said, you're going to get nothing, especially the songwriter that you are. You're going to get nothing but love.
Yeah. Well, you know,
And these everybody in the community, we all think alike. We're all
well, there's a
here
yeah.
celebrating.
There's a
Yeah.
generosity out there that's what's overwhelming, and you know, you don't see that in the outside world as much as you do in a little inside world.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
This can be a model of how the world can be. Cooperation
really,
over
yeah.
competition.
Exactly. Well,
Highlight
that's the
and
thing.
celebrate.
Yeah. Nobody's competing with each other. We're just doing our own thing and putting it out and uh, just leaving it. That's what it's all about, right there.
It's as good as it was when Mike or Matt and we would hang out and listen to music. It's a different structure. It
It's
doesn't
really,
have to
right.
be the other structure. You know what? Actually, we're not buying it anymore.
It's the same thing, just many years later, but it's the same thing as Mike and Matt.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I was growing up, I used to hear stories. I'm sure every city in the U.S. has their own little section and certain period where we have Yorkville in Toronto, and in the early '60s to maybe the early '70s, it was the scene. Ronnie Hawkins, even up to Rick James before he became famous. Geez, I just drew a blank. Bob Dylan used to pop in there. It was the Yorkville scene, and
What
my
about Neil
uncles
Young?
were
Neil Young was probably there, right?
Neil
Neil
Young, of
Young?
course.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. All these names, Burton Cummings. Now they're all coming back. But
Uncle
my
Seb.
uncles used to tell me stories. Yeah, my uncles were a big name here in Toronto.
Oh, really?
And just the stories I hear. And I always think this community is so much like that. And, obviously then music expanded with all these record labels and it became that competition. This community is very special to me, and I owe a ton. I have a ton of gratitude to all the members, all the channels, the streaming channels, everybody in the chat, and everybody in these communities for their support and keeping this real. And as JJ said, celebratory, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Frank and JJ. Really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you for
And
coming.
and the whole setup is really impressive. It's
Thank
it
you.
could be on the television.
We're just moons reflecting the light of the stars around us. So
Wow.
it couldn't be done without people like you.
Well, thank
I
you.
love it. Well said, JJ. All right. On that note, everybody, we're going to close out the show with JJ and I put together, actually, again, it was all JJ. I wanted to do a collab because the last one we did, Folk Punk decided, let's just give it to the community so everybody else can join along with our collab. And I said, sure. And it was the best decision I made. But a few months ago, I said, Folk Punk, I got a song for you and I to do. And got me into it. And next thing you know, he says, I think this one should go out to the community as well. So these stems are available to anybody who would like it. You can find it on the link that DJ, or just email the link that we post, or just email myself or JJ. You'll find it on the actual song on Folk Punk's channel. The song is called Change the World, and it's a basic guitar. We don't even have a bass, do we?
Well, actually, that's what we did. It can be anything. You can use some of our stems,
Yeah.
none of our stems. You can write a new theme to the song, which someone out there actually has done. You can rearrange the pieces, which a number of people have done.
Anything you
Anything.
want.
There is one rule. You have to have fun. But outside of that, there are no rules. There's no time limit.
Wow.
Change
It's a real
it.
cool song. So far, we have 25. The latest was Leela. 25 different renditions of this song out there. And every week we close out the show with one of them. And I think we're at song number... We're at...
8.
Yeah, I've got the wrong list here. Yes, we're at Frank Mel, and I think it's around song number 8. Yeah, so we're going to close out the show. Once again, everybody, remember hashtag Songtember if you have something that you'd like to release as part of Songtember. We have the U.S. Album that's all donations go to Childhood Cancer USA. We have the Change the World. A lot of fun, a lot of good stuff in our communities.
Feature channel, Gary Hubbs.
Feature channel, Gary Hubbs. Remember that the link is posted. I have a montage that went live as the show started. Please go check that out. Love you all. Thank you to all the mods out there, especially our co-producer that's out there right now, DJ Big Red, who does a ton of work behind the scenes. Yeah, just all the moderators, Mike and Don Genesi. I think either next week or the following week, they are going to be the featured channel. There's just so many beautiful people. Hello, Ali. Thank you all once again for coming out. Ed, it was a pleasure having you on this show, and I know everybody really enjoyed your music. Jamie Lynn hasn't left the room since you started with your first drum, and I noticed that.
Thank you, Jamie Lynn.
That's pretty cool. JJ, you can close it out with Change the World.
Thank you, Ed. It's been a pleasure. Really, I've really enjoyed this.
Also.
Look forward to hearing more from you. And yes, Frank Mel's last, this version is like every other one that we hear, in the sense that they're all different. It's the same basic starting point, but each person completely brought their own personality to it. So that if you listen to that playlist of 25 of the same title song, you can listen to it because it's like you're listening to almost different songs as it goes through. It's so cool. So cool. Hank did a great job on this.
All right, let's give it a spin. Change the world.
Stay kind and creative, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
divine. Oh.